In this video, we're going to have a quick overview of our basic login service, Akixi Lite. Akixi Lite offers scheduled reports, cradle-to-grave call reporting, and trend analysis by multiple intervals, all of which we'll look at in greater detail as we go over the reports. If you need more detailed instructions on how to use the Akixi Supervisor, or indeed create or modify reports, then feel free to check out the corresponding video tutorials. So let's start looking at the reports you get with Akixi Lite. Looking at the first report on the top of the list, we've got the calls by day report. As the name might suggest, the reporting intervals for this report are broken down into individual days, where each row represents the call statistic for a single day. As with any report, you can apply whatever time frame you want. With regards to this report, we've got the last week time frame set, and there you can see the call statistics for last week broken down on a day-by-day basis. Moving on to the next Akixi Lite report, we've got calls by month. Again, the clue's in the title. The report intervals are individual months, with one row representing the call stats for an individual month. It's worth bearing in mind that when you create a calls by month report, if you want to display more than a single month, you will have to apply a custom time frame. Just to skip down a couple of reports, we've got calls by week. Again, another calls by interval. Each row represents a single week. Now, looking at this report, I have the last month time frame set. So you might notice that the very top row and the bottom row do include dates out of that time frame. However, because part of that week occurred within the last month time frame, those weeks are also included. The next report we're going to look at is intervals by half hour. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory. The reporting intervals for this report are on a half-hourly basis. And depending on what time frame you have set, will show a 24-hour period. If you've set the today time frame, then the report will only show from the start of the day to the time you generated the report. Moving on to the half hour by day, very similar to the half hourly interval report, however, this report can be run over a multiple day time frame. As you can see in the interval field, it also displays the date as well as the time. The calls by telephone number report works on looking at call statistics associated with a specific telephone number. That telephone number would be the CLI from an external inbound call, or indeed the destination of an external outbound call from the system. We're now onto the historic call list. As a supervisor, this report really lets you look at that cradle-to-grave reporting in fine detail. It's also a good report for being able to assess the efficiency of call routing, or maybe looking at that customer complaint where the customer service hasn't been what it should have been, or at least that's what the customer's saying. For a more in-depth look of how to get the best out of historic call reports, there is a specific tutorial, so feel free to go and check that out. Moving on to the last Akixi Lite report, that's the trunk interface list. This is a very simple report that lets you look at the external calls, both inbound and outbound, at a glance. And one last thing to bear in mind with regards to an Akixi Lite supervisor is you are able to have an Akixi Lite supervisor on an Akixi 1000 site or an Akixi 2000 site. And as always within Akixi, if you need a little bit more detail or a little bit of help with the report you're looking at, or indeed any report, press the F1 key, and that will take you to the context-related help section.